Hello, welcome back to Teamfortress.tv. We're here for the Dreamhack Summer Qualifying Cup 2 Grand Final right now. SUAVE against Publiclir. Place at Dreamhack Summer Invitational on the line, as well as €1,000. So, all to play for right now. Only the second cup, so still 2 more to come after this to get those places.
That's exactly right, yep.
It's going to be absolutely huge.
Yeah, this is really going to be coming down to the wire, I think. I mean, I'm not sure who's going to be playing on the Publiclir roster because they have that many players, but from what we've seen of SUAVE, they're definitely on point. Yeah. Oh, we've got the lobby page, so I'm just chatting poo-poo again. We do have the players. Okay, so we got Perez on Scout, AMS, or not necessarily Scout, that's just the order that they're in. So Perez, AMS, Smear, Atomic, Ali, and Ankaya. So very strong lineup. And then obviously on SUAVE, no changes there from what we just saw. smzi, Mike, WARHURYEAH, Mirelin, Kyler, and Rising. So what are your thoughts on this game that we've got ahead of us, Commander?
It's going to be really interesting. Publiclir did actually alright last season in the end, sort of got their sort of shit back together. But in this cup, I've been particularly impressed with them. I'm really enjoying, firstly, Perez with Atomic, really powerful, like just really DM heavy, really aggressive scout duo. And AM's playing, he's going back to playing this much more traditional pocket role with a shotgun. And it works so well for AMS because he's just a machine. He hits so many shots. And seeing him get a lot more heals, leading these Ubers in, great to see again. And it's been working really well for them. And Ali's pretty good on Roma. Like, he's playing it really nicely. Obviously, big in the jump map scene. And you can really sort of see it paying off in his Roman play. So it's going to be close. I mean, especially what I'm really looking forward to is that sort of that pocket soldier battle. Like we saw Mike, especially at the end there, absolutely dominant. And seeing him go toe to toe with AMS, it's going to be a great spectacle to see, you know, who comes out on top, essentially.
Would it be safe to say that Publiclir probably not feeling too hot right now? I mean, they got taken to 3 maps by you know, PC Master Race, who, in a sense, are pretty much like a Prem/High mix team. Not to discredit them at all, because they are a very good team, and they've done incredibly well to get this far in the tournament. They even really, you know, gave Perilous a hard time in some areas. But I mean, given that they really went to the extra mile against them, does that alter your opinion of who's the stronger team coming out between these? In this match?
I don't think so. Because even though SUAVE took it in 2 straight maps, that first map really could have gone either way. But I want to say lucky, but
yeah,
it's always a bit of a coin flip. Golden caps, you know, all coming down to that one round, and we see the bans have actually started. The map picking process has begun, and I believe there's now Publiclir banning Gully Wash initially.
Yep. So
and Sunshine banned as well from SUAVE. So same ban as before.
First map being picked is Snakewater, and that's Publiclir picking that. So we'll probably talk a little bit about that. Snake, we didn't see SUAVE play. That was the 3rd pick for the game we just watched. However, obviously they entered it into 2 maps, so we didn't really get to see that. What would you hope that, I mean, given what we've just seen of SUAVE Gaming, you were mentioning about basically a battle of the pockets. What would you have them do on basically Snakewater?
I don't know. Snakewater's a hard one, but I think they'll be okay. Like I said, Snakewater has been around a long time for the players in the SUAVE roster. They'll know what they're doing and be able to play those flank roles very well. And I believe SUAVE have since picked Badlands, so a map they're very comfortable on. And we'll see product banned, I believe, by Publiclir. Granary banned. Is that right? Granary banned by SUAVE. So process, final map. Well, deciding map if it gets that far.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Snakewater, you feel like it could go to either team's way once again? I mean, we haven't really been seeing Publiclir play, so it's hard to tell. But
yeah, I mean, they won 4-0 against PC Master Race in the semi-final, so very convincing there, especially after dropping the first map. So I feel like even though Publiclir did have a bit of a rough start against PC Master Race, from that point on, sort of dominant performances on the next two maps. So leading up to this, both teams have sort of had a very dominant spell. You know, as you'd expect, going into the grand final, both teams coming off wins. So it's going to be a close one. It's going to be really interesting to see how it fares up.
Yeah, absolutely. So, given that we will be guaranteed to see a second map, Badlands, I guess we're peering too far into the future here, but, I mean, which team could you see being the stronger ones on Badlands?
Badlands comes a lot down to scouts, and both teams have very strong scouts. But I believe smzi and Kyler, more experienced, smarter scouts. And it really depends. I think if Publiclir play aggressively, play their pace, keep playing with that aggressive scout duo and getting in their face, it can unsettle SUAVE. But if Publiclir let the game be played at SUAVE's pace, SUAVE would just go into... just pull them apart, you know, capitalise, bait out these aggressive plays, pick them off one by one, and just set up these great situations that we've seen, like Mike and Warren smzi just like take full advantage of.
Yeah, absolutely. And then finally, we've got the process, which we won't talk too much about, but as there's no guarantee that they will be being played. But how do you feel both teams, once again, would be faring on this map?
I think it's going to be a very even process. Yeah, I think it could really go either way. It's really hard to tell with these players. I think, especially with SUAVE, because they've not really been around for a bit, you don't know how they really fare up to sort of the current generation of players playing. Yeah. So it will be down really to if they can maintain the DM, because that's what Publicly are in essence. You know, they have a saying they're a DM heavy team is true. Not to say it's just sort of mindless DM, but they like to make those messy situations. So as long as SUAVE can hold their own in that, SUAVE will edge in this game. Yeah. It's all about how SUAVE deal with this aggression, and I think we'll see, especially on these Snakewater mids, and that can be so either very sort of stalematy and passive, where neither team wants to be the first one to commit, trying to get that spam advantage, or just sort of all guns blazing, like both soldiers going deep, everyone pushing across the point, which I imagine is what Publicly will want to do. Yeah,
absolutely. So, I mean, if we were to dive into an early prediction straight off the bat, given that these teams, as we're pretty much both in agreement that they are almost pretty much like equal, it could go to either side. Would it be fair to say that it could potentially go to a golden cap here?
I think Publicly will have the edge on this one.
Yeah.
Like a strong performance in the semi-final, and again those mids. I think just all-out aggression is the best way on Snakewater, and I think they'll be better at that, just because of more experienced as a team. I know they've got a couple of new players coming in, but I think it just lends itself to the mid, especially, and the map also better. So as long as they can convert these rounds, like these Snakewater last pushes, I think Publicly will be taking this one. Probably like a low scoring close game, like a 3-2, something like that.
I'm going to anticipate a very fast-paced game. I'm going to say 6-4 to the side of SUAVE.
Okay.
Just to be edgy and different, really. No other reason. But yeah, we are just really waiting for these players to jump into the server. Publicly have a full roster. Everyone is basically in the server now. They're just waiting for them to join their respective teams. Definitely, from what we've discussed, going to be anticipating basically the game of the night. A lot of capable players, very high in DM. Very skilled. I casted Publicly the other day, and they turned up, and I got really far too excited for my own good. So we'll see if it happens again today. But yeah,
it's going to be a close one. But I think across the series, I think you'd have to favour SUAVE, especially like they showed in that last best of 3. No, they're really not. What's the word? Rusty, really. Like. Not quite as crisp in some situations. Maybe Mirelin's positioning still a little bit off in certain situations, but in no way enough to mean they can't compete with this current sort of Prem talent. So Yeah, it'll be up to Publiclir to prove themselves here. Like all these SUAVE players have proven themselves before in the past, and they're ready to take home this €1,000 and that place at Dreamhack. So it's kind of up to Publiclir to take the fight to them, not let them play at their own pace, and yeah, to get them off kilter really.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're going to see pretty much everyone joining into the server now. On their respective teams, just waiting for these players to ready up individually, and then we can really get this show on the road. And believe us, it's going to be a hell of a show. Only a small minority of players now just waiting to ready up. Mike changes his name to FaZe Michael once again, just to confuse me mid-cast. So
yeah. And they're live real time, so we'll be going live very shortly right now, or into this first map of this best of 3 grand final. Yeah, so I think this first mid could really set the tone in terms of how both teams want to play it, whether Publiclir do want to play that aggressive style and get in their face, or if they're happy to take the fight more on SUAVE's terms. SUAVE are very good at playing this patient game, just waiting for the opportunity, having smzi and Kyler sit back and just open it up for them. And if the aggression doesn't work out for Publiclir, you can guarantee that these players have the quality and the experience to punish them for that.
Oh yeah, 100%. From what we saw in that Gully Wash game earlier, SUAVE are perfectly happy to just really take their time of it and wait for these mistakes and really just completely punish them and rip them to shreds. Yet to be seen if that will happen to Publiclir. I'm betting they will put up a good fight, but ultimately SUAVE will take it in the end. You're betting on Publiclir to take it in the end. That's the upper-handed team. So we will most likely be going to live any time now, and I think the countdown has begun. Map 1 of the Grand Finals, sponsored by TF Cups, powered by the Razor Arena system. You're joined by Bren and CommanderX, and do you want to take it away, this mid?
Yeah, we're going to see War doing the left rollout. Don't see that as much anymore, but he's going to get to mid about the same speed as smzi. No real damage from either of them right now. Just going to knock Atomic off that high ground now, as we see SUAVE just poising all the way up, as Mike going to initiate that onto the high ground, kill Perez straight away. Beautiful shot right there, and now SUAVE are using this to try and move forward. Mike wants to keep going as well. Kyler's chasing smzi on below ground. Mike's going to isolate Ali, and Mike is just powering through. smzi's trapped in the corner. Mike knows he's there. He's going to try and jump away. smzi's going to crate, and that's free for Mike right now.
God,
they cleaned up Atomic behind. They will lose Mike. But that's all they needed right now. Kaya and Am's going to have to back all the way up. Do have that Uber in hand though. They could contest if they wanted to. A lot of pressure on them, and they are going to take it out. Great from Ams right there to drop the demo man, but a really late Uber from Rising and Mirelin's going to be enough to keep them out. But Rising can't actually find too much with this, and Rising's instead going to be caught instead. Nice play from Perez to help out his roaming buddy Ali right now. But now smzi's in trouble and kind of catches him off. Individual mistakes from a couple of players here, seeing them get caught out.
Absolutely, yeah. Really, I thought that push was going to go completely wrong when War just ate a meat shot and basically died from it. But look at this now. Both teams with this equal Uber. We are going to see pretty passive plays. Ali on the sniper off class. He is a capable sniper from what I understand. And he's going to be holding with the Machina in that lower area. Ams is going to be peeking that shutter area, trying to pick off any frags, but look at this positioning by the side of SUAVE, as they are really just not giving any room to breathe. They're holding so passive. I think they're looking to opt for this lower push now, or they may be just trying to take the lower area, slowly but surely taking up that territory.
Yeah, it's the safest way to take the lobby from that underneath. You really sort of cut out that sniper sight line on the left. But this is kind of where Snakewater's really won and lost, because it's such a difficult last to push. You can convert pushes here. You're in a great position.
It looks like they're going to win a push of it. The Uber's eventually going to be popped out on the side of SUAVE, but really look at that milking coming out from Unkaya, and he is actually Swedish, so the Swedish dairy farmer reference does come in handy here. But look at that, one pick onto War. Is it enough to really push off? But the aggression is there. Look at them go. Publiclir pushing into that lower area, really going to try and sweep out that area, but a back cap coming out from Mike, tries to make something happen, is shut down by Ali in the end. This is still a lot of room to work with. 2 picks so they don't really want to give this up too much, as Smear is so far forward, doesn't have the team to back him up, is going to survive. And look at this, Kyler is behind enemy lines, but the fight is still kicking off. A lot of spam being exchanged on this point, a lot of frags. WARHURYEAH putting in some decent damage, hits up so many pipes, getting onto these players. Perez is going to go down, the counter aggression there by Rising, picking up Unkaya as well, and this is looking like a completely dominant showing by the side of SUAVE, as they are just cleaning the house. 6 down. My God.
I didn't watch any of that. I was watching Kyler and Ali have the longest 1v1 on last as that entire cap went down, and now we see SUAVE all over this CP2, and this last CP even before the spawns come in, going to pick that first round up.
Yeah, oh my goodness, what a fight, honestly, went on for so long, and they really just did not back out in time there. Publiclir getting the rough end of that one. But this is going to be round 2 now. The second mid-fight of the first map of the Grand Finals. Probably going to be expecting Mike to make some big plays once again, but look at this, Smear opting for that pretty casual, pretty normal rollout. WARHURYEAH once again going for that, not so much used anymore, getting some decent damage onto Atomic. Look how weak he is. Ams tries to take that forward position, but look at this damage coming out from them. Unkaya goes in for a big jump, doesn't miss it unfortunately. A lot of frags being killed from either side. Ams has fallen so weak. Atomic behind enemy lines. Smear picks up a 2k, picking up smzi as well as Kyler. And look at that, it picks up a nice pipe onto Rising as well, behind enemy lines. Now look at this, Ams and Atomic really hunting for these frags. Merilin's in a bit of trouble now, as Atomic is all over him, beefing a few of his shots. This is really unlike him actually. This should have been an easy frag for him, but unfortunately, fortunately for Mirelin, he is going to have Mike with him to really fend off that aggression.
That was absolutely huge from Smir, like just laying down those stickies, waiting for the perfect moments to pick off both scouts, and then protects his medic perfectly with huge pipe. Sealed that victory on mid for his team right now. And we talked about this, like we saw SUAVE have an opportunity to push last. Failed for the initial push, but won the fight on CPC well enough to take it. Now it's what's her name? Publiclir's turn to do the same, basically exact same situation, and we see Ams on Spy.
Yeah. I was looking at him, just really sneaking in. They really don't have a clue. Almost bumped into him, so close now. And if he gets this heavy pick, this could be really crucial. He uncloaks now. Really. Look at him like a bat in a night. He is spotted by Killer. The back cap is coming out, and he's actually almost fragged Kyler with just pure pistols. WARHURYEAH saves his friend's life with a nice little pipe there, but ultimately not all is lost on the side of Publiclir, as they can really still hold this upper hand, as Rising is peeking this lower area, trying to get some information for his team, but yeah, beyond that, not much else. SUAVE are looking to really get some ground, but again, just exchanging spam.
Yeah, we see Atomic peeking through this lower ground, but Rising's got him covered, and it's allowing Nick just to have a lot of freedom in this lobby to get aggressive with a full heal, just rushing and War covering everything. And we're actually going to see him come through lower right now, try and focus down Rising, but they get a 1-for-1 trade. Not the best trade, they lose Ali as well.
Yeah,
and
this is looking difficult now. Uber is going to be popped by SUAVE, as they're still fighting this now. And Kaya's going to try and get out alive. He does have his team with him, so they can stave off this aggression. Mike going in for a big bomb, tries to get off one rocket, gets off two. Ultimately not going to be enough, as his team is not there to back him up and get that frag. And Kaya's going to pick up that pack. He's going to be a happy little healthy chappy, is the word I was trying to say there. But ultimately 100% Uber now on the side of Publiclir, and this is going to be really crucial. If SUAVE kite this, they do have this defensive off class onto Kyler, so they can do it. It has been shown before, but really holding them by the balls now. Big jump in by Smear, going to be focusing down that heavy. Mirelin in the air is eventually going to fall. A lot of damage coming out from Smear, as he just really follows it up. His entire team's there. Ali picking up that frag as well, and there's so much cap time. It's just smzi trying to fight him off. He eventually falls, and that is going to be the cap. 1-all to both sides. For a second I was thinking that SUAVE were going to roll it. Thankfully I was proven wrong, so we are going to have one of the most exciting games of this night.
Yeah, both teams have an opportunity, both teams vert it. Really good for both teams. Just you saw the focus fire in there from Publiclir, absolutely on point, just catching all the SUAVE players out as we go into this next mid. And we see Smir arriving again slightly sooner, and he's kind of just got his eyes on Smir straight away, peeking at him, forcing him back. Now Ams goes deep, trying to get on Mirelin, but will get focused down. That's one for Kyler right now, and the rest of them are trying to move forward, but Kyler is just wrecking house right now. He's claimed 3 already on this mid, and Atomic and Onkaya are having to run out of here. Mike is on the hunt though, trying to get onto him, but can't. Atomic's going to clean him up. Great work from Atomic to buy time for Kaya to get out of there. They won't be able to hold CP2, but they will have full Uber in time to hold last.
Absolutely. War was hitting some dirty pipes as well, following up with some decent damage that Kyla was doing. Kyla was the one finishing them off, but really now looking at this publicly, I don't really want to give up too much territory. They are ultimately going to have to back off, and this lobby area will most likely be taken by the SUAVE boys, but I mean, really, it's just waiting for these picks now. Perez is on sniper, so it would be curious to see if he can make any plays happen, which might prompt the push. But no, Uber going straight in on both scouts. The blazing chariot strategy, as I like to call it. But look at this Uber countering straight away. Publiclir have a much better Uber. They're going to see if they can get any frags at all. But right now, no teams have actually dropped any players at all, and this is prime time for SUAVE. If they can repush this, pick their frags. Perez picking up Mike. smzi also falling to Perez. This push is really sort of folded in on itself. Let's see if we can get a third. Ali picks up another one. Rising is going to fall, and they really need to back out of here now, SUAVE, if they want to salvage anything out of this operation.
Yeah, there's just 3 SUAVE players left. They're holding quite far forward, really. They could be in danger here. Ali's going to jump forward, pressure him back, and there's nothing SUAVE can do. They've got their spawns. They could maybe contest it now. They actually get a sticky trap kill and kill Ali. Great shot from Mike. They get the cap, but SUAVE are going to roll them straight back. smzi under a load of pressure. Going to get an arrow from Onkaya on time. He does nice pipes once again from smzi. He's been on fire so far tonight. But it's not enough, and they will lose it. The Uber's going to come in early. They're going to try and get onto the point, but Onkaya's going to have it in time. Ams is going to have all the time in the world right now to find these players. War and Rising both trying to jump out. Not actually being hunted. Ams choosing to lock off left-hand side and not let anyone else in instead. But
I think
I still want to go.
Yeah, a lot of spam coming out. I don't know if they wanted to dry push this, but I think they've fought second of it as their heals and buffs were not really there for the fight. They are just going to regroup, catch their breath. Both teams, well, a slight advantage on the side of Mirelin. Whether or not he plays of it is yet to be seen. Once again, Perez on this off-class, sniper off-class in fact, so it will be interesting to see if he can make anything happen as he slowly pushes up this right side. He is getting spammed out, however, very heavily by Mike and who's a demo man, WARHURYEAH. smzi actually picks up a nice little kill onto smzi there. A lot of backcap pressure. They're doing 2 men sacking in, but this may be just a bait play to try and get them to push in and punish them for it. Am's very far forward by him, trying to get any frags that he can, but they're ultimately being pushed all the way back onto this back area. Uber is eventually popped. Both scouts rushing onto the point now. A lot of kills not being really made, but Mike eventually picks up one player. Perez going down. Uber has faded for both sides now, and they're playing this like absolute professionals. 2 scouts down now on the side of Publiclir. They can play this any way they want. smzi is down as well. It's just Ali and him against the world now, as SUAVE are looking to push their advantage all the way in. Lots of big bombs, and eventually it's going to be a full wipe. 2-1 to the side of SUAVE.
Once again, SUAVE getting around off the back of a failed push out of last from Publiclir, and you have to start wondering whether it's like worth Publiclir taking these fights. Like the way they're committing to them, like they had everyone committed there, and they just like, because SUAVE still had the Uber, they were able to buy so much time for their respawns to come in, clean up those frags, and again just roll it into another round.
Yeah, absolutely. We are going to be going into this 4th mid-fight of the game now. War taking a little bit of spam damage from those stickies, getting quite aggressive there on that left-hand side for him. Very aggressive bomb by Ali. Does manage to take out War here. That's going to be an absolute vital frag, and if they want to play off it, indeed they are, but they've already dropped 2 players as smzi eventually falls to the side of Kyla. That's no demo man on either side. 2 picks also as Kyla is eventually going to go down. This could go to either team's way, but really, look at Publiclir, really caught out in this choke point area, and they can really be spammed from above as Rising getting in some solid damage. Oh, eventually falling to Am, so he's still alive in this upper area, and this is definitely swinging in the favour of Publiclir. As look at this, Mirelin does eventually get the Uber, pops it in an absolute sliver of HP left, 16 health, finally gets it off, and this is going to save his players, and this could be the repush they needed. However, Onkaya with this 100% Uber, still looking to play this, and they are just going to bully them off this point. This is our point now, you can't take this, Sunshine.
Yeah, great play from Ams on that high ground, the wall shot as well, I believe, to force Mirelin. But he does survive, and he does get the Uber off, but they weren't able to force on Kyra, and it's going to give Publiclir a great opportunity, which they want to take through the low ground. They're taking their time with it, feeling it out, don't want to be caught out by anyone hiding, but all of SUAVE are standing in front of them right now, ready to put all that pressure on as they are slowly but surely making their way in. This is quite a hesitant push from Publiclir right now, and there's actually a big flank going on. Ali's going to be completely overwhelmed.
Oh my
Both
goodness.
soldiers and a scout behind. Surely Onkai's going to get forced as the sandwich comes in from SUAVE right now. Onkaya chooses to pop, they just need to clean up the frags. Ams is low behind. Shoots for wall though, takes himself down, and this time Mirilin's got the Uber. And Publiclir are horrifically overextended. It's going to be a full wipe just for respawning Ali left alive by himself on mid, and he's hiding in the corner. Sam will surely check this spot though.
Yeah, he spotted him straight away, so Ali's in a bit of trouble now trying to get out. Does manage to pick up the pack, so he might actually escape with his life here. Quite impressive that he does manage to get out. I was going to make a quick mention that you were talking about the sandwich strategy. That was a bit of a beef sandwich on the side of Publiclir. They really got caught out there, out of position completely. Rising gets completely shot out of the air now. I think I just missed an air shot that was absolutely crucial for that repush. That SUAVE are now going to be forced all the way back into this saw area. I've actually jumped out my seat that I was so surprised by that happening. Mike is so weak, is going to get arrowed up, so this could mean that the push is still on. Atomic behind enemy lines in the green area. Ams is going to fall as well. That's one pick on their side. The heals are definitely not there. Eventually Rising falls as well as Atomic, so this is looking absolutely amazing for SUAVE as they're rolling straight in. And Kaya still does not have Uber. 60% remains. He's dodging and juking Mike for days. Look at him go, and this is going to be the second point taken. Mike does fall to P-Res, but look at this. Straight on the points, they're not wasting any time, but the spawners are there for Publiclir, and Onkaya gets 2 saws, and that's going to be the medic. He's got the Uber, so he's going to be blocking this point completely, shutting down SUAVE's push. Absolutely incredible plays by him.
Oh, and that was incredible all round from Onkaya. Like the jukes to avoid Mike.
Look at Rising now. He's right behind him, and he's going to be straight onto Onkaya. Can he pick him up? Gets off what is, and he hits the wall shot to pick up Onkaya, getting the double kill in the process. Smear falling as well. What a gamer! My God.
I know, Onkaya did so well, like hits the Surf again, but Surf straight into the wall and Rising able to follow it off. Just big play after big play. First Kaya, then Rising, just swinging this backwards and forwards right now. And we're going to have to see them try and hold on to the last 50% Uber disadvantage for Publiclir, and they've got to hang on right now. We're only halfway through, still neck and neck, but a 2-round lead on Snakewater can be quite substantial with how difficult and slow these last pushes can be.
Atomic is behind enemy lines, and Kyler does know this, but look, they're playing a bit of a game of cat and mouse right now. Atomic has been spotted, and Kyler definitely has the damage to really bring him down, unless he completely beefs this on a little bit of 1v1 behind enemy lines, and does eventually bring him down with his pistol. While this is happening, there's actually a fight kicking off. Uber was popped. I've completely missed out on this one, but Ankaya just escapes with a sliver of HP. 65% Uber is most likely going to fall as Ali drops as well. It's just Mirelin on the point. He's capping it by himself, and his team are there to back him up. 3-1, ending up on the side of SUAVE. It's a bit unprofessional by me watching the back lines, but it was quite a funny little cat and mouse chase.
Yeah, SUAVE just winning the fight on both fronts right there, cleaning everybody up, making full use of that Uber advantage as we go to the 5th middle right now. And Publicly need to get something going, really. They need to take control of these mids and make it count. Need to stop overextending with these pushes, as we see smzi getting nice and aggressive on that point kind of early, but no real backup from his team of yet. Am's now challenging the high ground. Mike again, first on that high ground as Ali goes super deep, trying to get all over Mirelin, but will be taken down. Ams picks up Rising, but there's not a lot of health left on these Publiclir players. Mike is all over Kaya, they're chasing him down. Mirelin's gone super deep as well. He's trying to help Mike chase down the medic frag, ends up throwing his own life away. Now Atomic's in behind, 1v1 in smzi right now. Gonna pick up a small kit. Atomic wants to take this fight, but War's waiting on below ground as well. He's going to come help smzi right now, just throwing those stickies out. Going to make this fight really difficult for Atomic. War's got both sides stickied, spamming it around. Atomic's been in a rock and a hard place. Chooses to go for the Demo Man front. One shot onto War, can't connect more than one shot though, as he's cleaned up right there. And smzi's gone forward and just picked off smzi as well, just what Atomic can't.
Yeah, that's 2 picks now. SUAVE are going to be incredibly happy with that. Ali is going to be forced to back all the way out. He was getting spammed, and this is going to give SUAVE so much room to breathe now. Slowly but surely making their way into the second point. Balcony area is being held by Publiclir, so they are in a position to repush us and contest this if they want. Neither team has Uber, that's very important, remember. So we are going to see a lot of spam coming out. Mike as well in that cheese area, really forcing them out. Ali goes in for a big bomb, but gets completely denied by those scouts. Another attempt by Ams, but he has also gone down to the side of smzi, I should say. I think he picked up both of those frags, and that is going to force them all the way back.
War's already lost.
Yeah, War's is literally picking up so many frags. He picks up basically the spawn camp onto smzi, so that's once again no Demo Man. Uber's eventually popped out. Mirelin still does not have it. He's a few percentage off. If he can stay alive and keep healing, he is going to have this 3% away, and he eventually gets it. So this, but they've already dropped 2 players. Will it be enough as they pick up the 3rd kill onto Publiclir? That's 3 down now, 2 up. Oh, wow, I should say 2 down, 3 down now on the side of SUAVE, and this could be doable. Look at this, smzi is still alive. Rising versus War, Rising smzi, War picks him up finally with a sticky. What a play, what a gamer, what a round, my god.
10 HP left on War right at the end of that fight. That fight was so back and forth, so close. Like, it looked like Publicly were going to clean everyone up because they had Uber. They can't find the frags. Then Mirelin gets Uber, and it should be an easy win for SUAVE. And the respawns come in, and it goes right to the wire, but smzi's not able to clutch it for his team. And that's now a 3-round advantage with 11 minutes left as Publicly make way onto this next middle.
Absolutely, we're going to see this aggression. Pires holding that high ground area, and Ams with a big bomb, trying to get a lot of damage, and the counter aggression is there. smzi immediately falling. Ali drops to one of War's legendary pipes, and Makaleli, or I should say Mike, on the backlines, eventually falling to the side of Pires. But this mid-fight is pretty much won on the side of SUAVE, I want to say, as they're picking up lots of frags. Just Atomic left alive. War hits up a nice and juicy pipe. Was it a nice and juicy pipe? Didn't quite saw, but that is going to be a complete wipe. And more importantly, Mirelin is going to be the man standing at the end of it. So they are going to have that juicy 100% Uber advantage.
Yeah, Mirelin does his best to throw away his lives by taking one-on-one fights on mid. But even then, Publicly can't find a frag, and SUAVE are in their groove right now, looking confident, looking comfortable, and have another big Uber advantage to work with as they walk onto this CP2 for free right now.
Absolutely. Really, Ali going in for basically a last-ditch effort. He is going to basically strafe away at the last second there. Doesn't want to pay with his life after that attempt. They haven't dropped any players, but smzi has dropped so weak. Look at him. He's actually dropping to single digits of health there in that lower area. So the aggression is coming out by SUAVE in full force. Kyla eventually Uber being popped by Mirelin, and they're going to try and take this all the way into last. They know they've got this Uber advantage. Onkaya still a few crucial seconds away from getting this Uber. Is he going to get it? He drops it. 95%, I should say. He didn't drop the Uber. He didn't actually have it, but that is a very convincing round by the side of SUAVE. They really played that to an absolute T.
Yeah, SUAVE are running away with it now. Like, smzi, Mike, War, all of them, just everyone's on point for them, and Publicly just can't get anything going. Like, Ali's doing these deep bombs at mid, nothing's really coming of it. No one's really following up, and SUAVE just seem in control of every fight at every point.
Absolutely. We're going to be going right into this 7th mid-fight of the game. War trying to get that decent damage off. Once again, smzi's being forced back onto half health. Once again, War as well. Both teams really playing this quite slowly. Mike decides to take the high ground for once, taking the initiative, rising once again with a big bomb. Mike and War picking up the pills. smzi, oh my god, smzi picking up the 2k as well onto Onkaya and Ali. And this is absolutely destroying them on this mid. It's just Ams left alive. He's not getting out of this one. I'm sorry, my friend, you must fall as Kyla eventually, well, dominates Ams, but it wasn't him that picking up the frag. And look at this, so much aggression by them. They're already on this last point. Stickies up on their spawns. They're not really going to be forced onto that further away area. The second cap is already capped. Rising, a little bit hidden there, but oh my goodness, this aggression by them. Pires is going to kill War, so it's quite a nice frag for them, but Mike really just steamrolling it in. They want the mercy rule, and they want it now. Ams trying to do his best from that upper area, eventually falling. Mike picking up Ali once again, very weak by him. A lot of arrows coming out by Mirelin, but unfortunately not enough to save his good friend Mike. He's hitting these arrows like an absolute pro. I think it's Onkaya hitting these arrows once again, keeping his teammates alive, and because of that, they've really salvaged that last hold.
Yeah, Kyla's behind on last fight. Perez is chasing him back, going to take a one-on-one. smzi's going to interrupt now with a sticky from above. And we're going to see Publicly take control of this CP2. But SUAVE don't want to give them anything, making them fight for every inch of this map. And now we're going to see Publicly with one of rare opportunities to go forward, and it is a crit streak on Onkaya. So it's going to be all eyes on smzi as he's walking through this right-hand side. Looks like he wants to go catwalk. Ams has already picked off Mike on the flank. Here he comes. Their stickies above the door, though. They should see him. Ali's going to scatter them. Taking their time with this, though. Walking in slowly. And Mirelin's super far away. I don't know if they realised he was on crits, but smzi's just... They're just taking this ground for free.
God. War's stickies are actually going in so much when they were trying to push in there. He picked up the frag onto Ams, and he's just picked up the frag onto Ali once again. He's really actually been playing his mind out and staving off this aggression. They still have this crit. Atomic with a beautiful meat shot onto War, surviving on an absolute sliver of HP. And look at this aggression now. Publicly really want to take the fight to them with this crits. They still have it in hand. A lot of aggression. Mike on that balcony area trying to make something happen as he does, trying basically escaping with his life there. He's getting spammed. So weak, half health. But they are eventually going to hold this now. They did lose their advantage slightly as Mirelin does have this Uber, so they are going to have to play this incredibly smart. And he crits, it's popped, picks up one kill. Oh, the Uber is eventually popped today. Unfortunately, does not pick up Mirelin, but they got WARHURYEAH. They're going to be backing all the way out of this. Mike is so far forward with this Uber, he's going to be trying to get any frags that he possibly can. Picks up one onto Atomic, and the whole team is trying to make up anything happen right now as Publiclir really playing this to its fullest. Mike completely dominates Perez with the skill stick, bringing it out into full force. Ams follows it up by actually bringing him down with a shotgun. 4 down now on the side of Publiclir. Oh my goodness, they really beefed that push into the lobby area. Mike completely shutting them down.
Yeah, it looked like Mike had overextended on that, but he just survives for so long, and it allows like smzi and the other people on his team to get so many damage and frags. Eventually Ams cleans up all the players in lobby, but it's too little too late as the rest of his team have gone down, and they can't push last with it. So now we're going to see an crits advantage for Onkaya, so it's going to be all eyes on smzi once again. But look how aggressive SUAVE are playing. They're not giving him any room, and Mike's actually behind. Kaya's on 11 HP. They have to pop for crit. Soldier bombs in.
Yeah.
Rising's going to finish it. They're just powering in anyway, but there's the heavy up. Kyla's so weak. They're stacking the point. War's coming back. They can't make it in time, and Publiclir claw one back.
Incredible. Yeah, they knew they were going to have that crits a lot sooner than them. Really well played by them, utilising it really well. And they brought that heavy down nice and quick, which is quite crucial in them getting that cap. So well played to Publiclir, managing to bring it back to 5-2. My prediction of 6-4 is looking all the more realistic now. We do have 5 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. Going into this mid-fight, War takes a little bit of spam, but both teams slowly dribbling into this. Ali goes all the way forward, right behind enemy lines there. He's going to be looking for some plays. Mike also making a lot happen there. Picks up one frag onto Perez. That's Rising getting that one. And look at Ali behind enemy lines. Picks up the 2K. Can he pick up Mirelin as well? Does indeed, with the help of his team. Absolutely destroying them. They didn't even realise he was behind them, and he completely punishes them for it. This is the aggression that Publiclir need. This is what they need to help them bring this back to a golden cap.
Yeah, Ali's jumps there were so perfect. Not like complicated jumps, but just so quick. Got him in a great position, quicker than anyone really expected, and he got, what, 3 kills, 1 rocket? Complete cash in there, sets up a frag on Mirelin for his teammate as well. It's crits once again for Kaya, and it looks like smzi wants to take this one straight in, but the sticky's above the door.
Oh, yeah, War's going to pick up that nice and easy pickup. Ali's also going to fall, so this last push has really just crumbled in their hands. Look at him go. Ams is trying to really just whack someone to death, but it's not going to happen. Pre-Perez, but what's this? Atomic, they haven't spotted him. He's actually a fucking ninja. Look at him. He's completely juked their entire team, and this is going to be a backup taken for Atomic. What in God's name?
Wow. Oh my god. Like, Kyla was so close. Like, Kyla literally, like, bumped into him almost. He was so close. smzi doesn't see him either. He just hides behind the box. He's not even hiding. He's just standing behind a box. Nobody sees him. All of a sudden, 4 minutes left, and it's a 2-round difference in this game.
I'm actually speechless at this. This is ridiculous. I never thought it would be possible. But this is looking very doable. Publiclir really pulling out the bag right at the last minute. This soldier aggression. Ali once again going straight into the kitchen. He's being caught out by Rising, however, so he's on half health. The fight is still kicking off as War is falling so extremely low. Ams jumping in, trying to get some damage onto Mirelin. Doesn't manage to do it. Perez picking up that frag onto Kyla, and at the same time, Onkaya actually falls to the side of Mike, who was basically jumping behind enemy lines, so that's no medic now on the side of Publiclir. So that's the one advantage they do have. And look at this. War basically beats him to death, picks up a frag onto Ali as well, picking up that 2K. What in hell's name is going on? As Perez is the last man standing, 1 HP, and War finishes him up with the pill. What the god, these mids!
What was Perez
pulling
doing?
It out.
Yeah. War got himself in the most, such a difficult position, somehow gets a melee kill, somehow picks up a sticky kill, and then somehow on low HP pipes for scout as well. But Publiclir aren't giving him a room and just pick up 3 on this mid. Kaya with the arrow kill as well, and Publiclir just playing this sort of balls to the wall right now. Crits for Onkaya again. They got 3 frags. They're going to get CP2 for free. Rice to go for a big bomb though. He doesn't know where Kaya is though. He loses him completely. Kaya, just the master of dukes right now, just sends these players the wrong way. And we see Mike trying to get aggressive. They're getting so aggressive. Ali jumps straight in on them. They're just forcing them back right now, and they nearly have crits. They're coming around the other side. Soldier's going to jump through. Ali's going to jump through. Gets headshot though. Crits coming out from smzi. He's going to be taken down. And this crits is absolutely crushed, but Publiclir are still going for it. It's just Perez and Atomic versus everyone. They're trying to take on the world. Atomic's juggled up hard. He'll be cleaned up as well. And they're just shutting down these crits so well, SUAVE. They're expecting it, and they're all over Kaya and smir as soon as they show themselves.
That was absolutely an absolutely ridiculous play all around. They are going to be able to cap this second point now, and we do see Publiclir really feeling the pressure, feeling this right now, and War is setting up those stickies, getting some decent damage. Hits one pipe actually. Oh, did he actually? In fact, he does. He picks up two. Can he pick up this third? I don't know if he can, but the damage is definitely there from his team, and he's completely salvaged that with two excellent pipes coming out from absolutely nowhere. Perez, the only man left standing on this point, trying to 1v1 War. Can he do it? War is there, and he picks up the third, getting those pipes. He taunts, and he deserves it, laddie. Those were some excellent plays.
Yeah, and like just perfect pipes. It's what War's known for, and he just hits them at the perfect time. Complete confidence in them, taking the pipes out to take down Perez. And yeah, it's just one team that fight there, and that sort of burst damage you can get from connecting pipes like one after the other like that. So devastating, and it just shuts down Publiclir's aggression. Like Publiclir are playing it right, but what can he do if War's going to bust out like 3 or 4 pipes like that?
Absolutely right. It is now 5-3 still, 1 minute remains on the clock, and they're really just shutting down this aggression that Publiclir are going for. They're trying to get this cap. Atomic is behind enemy lines, but he's actually been caught out in that lower area, and he is probably, yeah, indeed he does. Kyler does pick him up. The Uber is forced out by SUAVE. They do eventually pop it, picking up on Kyra as well. That's no heals, and this is pretty much their last-ditch effort, really crumbling before their eyes. First map is pretty much... It's pretty much confirmed now to be going to the side of SUAVE Gaming. 5-3. SUAVE definitely turning up at the last seconds there. Really impressive plays by them, but unfortunately, too little too late.
Yeah, Publiclir started doing the right things. Unfortunately, they were about 3 or 4 rounds down when they started doing the right things. So it just meant that, in the grand scheme of things, they just left themselves with too big a task to achieve at the end. But like, you see those plays at the end, like even though SUAVE came out on top in some of them, it took like some big individual plays from like War, Mike, smzi. Like, yes, they can make those plays, but you should at least be forcing them to make those plays, you know, like you have to hit the big shots if you want to win this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you're wondering why the EU rule set has this 30-minute timer, it's exactly for moments like that. That was incredibly down to the wire, incredibly hype. Every single mistake mattered there in that basically fight to the death, and ultimately SUAVE came out on top. That was looking so doable for the side of Publiclir. I'm honestly a bit heartbroken for them because they were really building up this momentum.
Yeah, and if we take a look at the logs now, you can see once again Mike just continuing his domination, 375 damage a minute. Ward just behind him as well, 300. AMS putting up a good show, but you see the big difference there is just the amount of deaths for AMS compared to Mike. And what really stands out is smzi and Kyler, round about 30 frags each, low deaths as well. Just excellent clean-up play from both of them.
Yeah, most definitely. Just Mike, it stuns me how game after game after game against such good players. Obviously, he is getting, you know, the majority of these heals and whatnot, but this damage he's putting out against such good players, these frags as well. I've got a bit of a hard on for him, I won't lie, you know. But God Almighty, it's going to be. It's going to be close, you know. Second map is going to be going to Badlands, isn't it? That's correct. So both these teams are going to be very, very capable players on Badlands. They've played it pretty much their entire careers on TF2. This could honestly go either way once again.
Yeah, I think the big thing, I mentioned it before we went since best of 3 about how important scouts are on Badlands particularly. So it's going to be worrying for Publiclir after smzi and Kyler put up performances like that. All those clean-up plays just working so well. You can see it as well in just the fact that Mirelin had less deaths as well. Just great, just more all-round protection.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. 10 deaths on Mirelin. Really well played by him. Clearly, you can see his surfing skills coming into effect. The other day, we were watching a few games that Mirelin was playing in. Wasn't SUAVE playing exactly, but you know, he was getting into the swing of things, getting his surfs on point, and it looks like he's really shaking off that rust now as he just showing this absolute dominant displays. He's kind of like the centerpiece of SUAVE in some ways, where he's just the cherry on the top that completes them. Absolutely speechless there. I see CX from that comment. You just don't know who is this guy they've got me casting with, is what you're thinking right now. It's like,
No, that's good, man. I find it hard, because sometimes when you're talking, I'm really enjoying it, so I just sort of switch off and sit back, and I'm like, all right, I'm back on. Okay, if I must.
Yeah, and this is going to be map 2, Badlands. SUAVE taking it 5-3. This is the grand finals if you're just joining us now. Absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, these games have been the correct. I cannot think of words to use. It's nutty. Is not an accurate description for these games. Like, genuinely, they've been so back and forth. Air shots, damage, fat plays, crits. Literally, I can just list it all off. This is exactly what TF2 is about, and I'm absolutely loving it, as I'm sure you can all tell.
Yeah, it's really great to see, and especially like the ending of that, where Publiclir just got that sort of head of steam back, pulled back those couple of rounds, could have maybe even had another one and taken it right to the wire. Like, really exciting to see.
Absolutely. As we are moving on to this map now, Badlands, given what you've just saw of basically SUAVE, they are showing quite a lot of dominance once again from their earlier games, but, Publiclir we're definitely clawing it back there towards the end, and it was looking a little bit scary for a few seconds. Now, how do you think Badlands is going to play out between these two teams?
I think a lot of it's going to come down to the mids, just because of how, it's similar to the Granary that we watched earlier. Like, rounds can happen quite quickly on here, and the last point's pretty easy to push just because of that sort of ridiculous cap timer on it. So mids are going to come into it a lot. So we saw on Snakewater, Ali's bombs really hit and miss. So I think if Ali can get stuff going, it will work out all right for Publiclir. But if Ali finds himself sort of zoned out by Kyler and smzi, like he did on some of those Snakewater mids, it's gonna be really tough for them to get a foothold in this game.
Yeah. I mean, I pretty much agree with this. I mean, this is like Badlands being played is. I mean, SUAVE, from what I know, don't have much experience together. Whether that will show on Badlands is yet to be seen. So, it's going to be difficult. I think SUAVE are actually they actually did pick this as their map. Snakewater was Publiclir's pick, so that might be a bit demoralising for them. But ultimately, it could go either way. It honestly could go either way. It's so hard to make a prediction given what we've just seen.
Yeah, like in some senses, SUAVE were dominant for the majority of that game, but that last sort of flourish from Publiclir, when they started playing sort of not like somewhere in between recklessly aggressive and just normally, where they just put SUAVE on the back foot, didn't let them get comfortable, and really sort of pushed SUAVE to make the big plays to keep themselves in it and to stop themselves losing more rounds.
We are once again just waiting for these teams to join into the server, get into their respective teams and really ready up. But honestly, if you're just joining us now, you've missed out on some top quality TF2. I cannot emphasize it enough. Even if the scoreline is being spoilt for you in a top right hand corner, it's definitely worth watching the VOD for the repeat on this one, because it was absolutely incredible. This is going to be map 2. As I have mentioned numerous amounts of times, if SUAVE take this, that'll be the end of it. However, if Publiclir manage to bring it out, that will be the third map going to process. So, let's try and concentrate on the Badlands. I'm getting way ahead of myself thinking about third maps, but yeah.
It's all up to Publiclir at this point, and considering they just lost their map pick, they have to now go take the enemy's map off them. And it's going to be tough. Like, smzi and Kyler are going to have a field day on this map, and we talked about Atomic and Perez quite a bit before the game, but I really didn't see him that much in that Snakewater game. Atomic had a couple of moments, but really not what we'd expect. From that sort of aggressive DM scout duo. They didn't have an impact, and they need to be having an impact, especially against smzi and Kyler.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams really, I think they are going to be starting very shortly, probably about a minute's time now, as we are just waiting for them to really ready up in our STV. I believe they have begun the fight, I believe. So very shortly we're going to be jumping into Badlands. A very interesting map to watch, as it has been played throughout pretty much the entire history of TF2. So most teams have it clocked out. I know Beta was talking about the other day. He wanted to see the return of the Demoman walking to mid and sticky jumping into their choke rollout. Which is quite curious. I've never seen it personally, but it definitely sounds interesting. It brings up quite a good point, which I think I'll have a quick few seconds to talk about. there's not really much. What's the word I'm looking for here? Change in the style of gameplay. I mean, these maps are being played in similar ways throughout the entirety of time. Do you think it's important that TF2 has like shake-ups in stats and ability, or not abilities, but like damage numbers and things? I think this is the wrong time for it, to be honest, as we are literally jumping into this game. I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to throw this mid straight away to you, CX. So bring us away, lad.
We're going to see SUAVE on the blue in the second map of the grand final, and Publiclir on red. All to play for the Publiclir. They need to win this to stay in with a chance of winning that €1,000. As we see Rising get nice and aggressive early on to smir. Going to kill himself with those rockets in the end. And here comes the double soldier aggression. All over there. Mirelin goes down. Kaya goes down. No medics for anybody right now. Here come the rebomb. Atomic's going to get one. smzi and WARHURYEAH choke. Kyler's coming in to help him up. Kyler gets one. Kyler gets two. Weak players all around. Kyler's looking for more. He's got smir underneath. Perez in house. He's lining him up right now. Kyler's trying to get him. smzi's got his back as well. Kyler's hunting Perez as well.
Oh god, what a game.
4 for Kyler. And just after that initial trade of damage, Kyler just all over that cleanup. Gets 4. smzi gets 1. And yeah, Publicly just can't capitalise on all that early damage.
Yeah, SUAVE definitely bringing them down to pound town. Is the words I would use for that mid fight, but we are going to see now a 30% advantage on Mirelin, as they did have somebody to heal. I believe he did go down on that mid, did he not? Yeah, he did. So very aggressive by the side of SUAVE as they look at that. I mean, yeah, look at Rising as well, very far forward. War picking up that frag onto AMS as well. Perez is going to fall once again. Kyler does go down on the flank there to Ali, but at the same time, Rising is going to pick him up eventually. So this is going to be Spire capped on their side. 2 up. That's the only 2 players, is Atomic and smzi. Atomic behind enemy lines, trying to make something happen here, is going to fall to the side of Mike. And look at this massive Uber advantage. They just want to play main, and they want to get this round over nice and quick. A lot of damage by War, rolling straight in. Sticky's cleared from that death, and a big jump in by Mike as he eventually finishes him off. smzi with the frags as well. A nice and easy cap, nice and clean. Basically all deriving from that mid fight.
Yeah, crushed him on mid, caught him out again on CP2 and rolled it all the way home. Just absolutely comfortable and clinical from SUAVE right now. And Publicly did some of the right thing, like some things right on that last middle. You know, they traded a lot of damage, but they just couldn't find those frags. And Kyler and smzi are so good at just saving their health, saving their ammo, and just being ready for the cleanup at the end of these fights.
Yeah. We are going to be jumping into the round 2 mid-fight. Ali in that shithouse area. He's going to try and get 1 bomb into Mirelin. Gets 2 rockets. Mirelin, beautiful surf by him. Escapes death like an absolute professional. WARHURYEAH picking up AMS as well. That's 3 down now on the side of Publiclir, but they're still being cleaned up as Perez picks up 1 frag. Killer and War and Mirelin, one of the, well, 3 men against the world now. It's 3v3. 2 scouts, however, on the side of Publiclir, so they may have the advantage as Kyler, I should say, falling eventually, and War is in a very sticky situation as he's just getting rushed by these 2 scouts, but they need to play it carefully now. They do not have to help. And was that a saw coming out from Mirelin? Picking up the Uber, puts it on War, and they're going to see what they can do with this. A lot of damage coming out. War is going to play it smartly, however, and back all the way out. But my god, what a play by Mirelin. He was about to die, and for him to go for those plays is absolutely insane.
Yeah, so risky, so cocky, but it pays off. But now the Uber is coming out from Onkar and
AL. Mike! That's what we like to see, my buddy, my old pal. Unbelievable. Mike doesn't even know me. I don't know why I'm calling him my pal, but this is honestly pushing into SUAVE really taking it all the way in. It's dropped smear once again. Ali actually picked up a frag onto the flank, but I don't think it's enough as SUAVE are really looking to push this in. And look at this mid. Oh my goodness. So, Kyler is so weak in that house area. He's going to have to back off to reset. I don't know if SUAVE still want to push this. I think they are, as Mike is taking his positioning, misses the air shot, unfortunately, and he's going to actually be forced back out by this team play. So, quite a nice hold by Publiclir, but an excellent plays all around by the side of SUAVE.
Yeah, so like it all came from that huge air shot from Mike to just completely mess up on Kaya's Uber. And now we see Mike taking an Uber of his own, and he wants to hunt down Kaya. He's killed him off. We're going to kill off AMS surely as well. That's the combo down, and there's nothing left for Publiclir. They just don't have the players or the health. They're going to lose their demo man slightly late as well. And SUAVE and Mike are just in complete control of this game.
Oh yeah, Absolutely. This is 25 minutes in, and they're really just holding them in a vice grip as they look to take that Spire area. Kyler going to be capping it with his good pal smzi, and, you know, Publiclir have no choice but to back all the way out. Atomic is on Sniper. Will be interesting to see if he makes anything happen, but I think, yeah, the smart play is the defensive off classes, and we do see Ali on that Faithful Pyro class to really basically going to be trying to deny this this Uber that they predict is going to be coming from the top left, which, you know, is most likely going to happen.
Yeah, they're just building it up right now, 80% on Mirelin, and they're just waiting to go. They've seen that Pyro as well, so they know what to expect. So they should be taking a scout with this Uber just for, you know, the direct counter. It's going to be Mike and smzi coming in. There's a sentry as well, and Ali's juggling them back.
My goodness, look at that. The Pyro pickup really putting in work there. They got nothing done with that Uber. The sentry was pushing them back as well. Oh, really well played by them, but I think they still want to dry push this from the low area. Look at them going in there. They're thinking about it, and I think they might want to go in with both soldiers. They are getting spammed out quite early on. Let's see if they can pick up that frag. They do trade. Ali picks up a frag onto Rising, but look at this. A lot of sticky spam, a lot of cap time coming out, and it's just Mirelin actually left alive. They completely left him. They're still holding this lobby area, so it's honestly, I'm anticipating a miracle play, like jumping onto the point or something, but, you know, they don't hold that high up of a lead, so who knows.
Yeah, we see Kyler and War still playing around lobby, but Atomic's around behind them. Could a little bit of a weird situation right now where War's peeking into last. Atomic wins in 1v1. Atomic's chasing down War as well. Atomic picks off these two players. Gonna get straight onto Spire. The soldiers jump him straight away. Atomic gets the hell out of there, waits for the rest of his team. Here comes AMS. Getting that high ground, Smurf pushing them back, and they should be alright here, but AMS needs a bit of backup. Here comes Perez, but he's denied off Spire, and SUAVE are denying so much of this time. And they need someone up there right now, Publicly. They need someone, but there's no one in position. Atomic's going to try and recycle round, but SUAVE did such a good job of denying that cap.
Absolutely, yeah. They played it to an absolute T, really. A lot of aggression. Perez is going to go down to Kylo as he did basically overstep his boundaries there. But look at this. Smear going in for that big bomb. He's had second force as he strafes right around the corner, and the Ubers eventually popped out from both teams. I think a slightly better Uber coming out from the side of SUAVE as they're looking for these frags, and they're looking for them now. Ams still on that point. He's going to be getting spammed out. Big bomb in by WARHURYEAH, but he's getting focused down by Atomic, and Atomic eventually finishes him off with the crater. But they are now 2 down now on the side of Publiclir. They're still holding this lobby area. We'll see if they can make anything happen, but they are getting completely spammed out. An absolute sandwich play by Mike and Rising as they are looking to play this all the way into last. A lot of momentum already. Oh my goodness, Mike is still playing this onto last. Look at this aggression. Hits the air shot to Ali, completely shutting him down. Huge plays for a huge man. And I thought he was going to get out on 1 HP, but unfortunately he does not. What a play. What plays all around.
Yeah, it took some really nice play from Smurf to catch Mirelin coming into lobby as well. Even set up, you know, their chance of holding it. A fight could have been very different if Mike still had heals on him on last. And now we see Publiclir attempting this push out once again. AMS on that high ground. smzi's on the sniper. Someone needs to pressure him. Smurf's going to try and line up a jump. He's isolated now. They've knocked them off the point as well. AMS trying to get that cap time. And there's just fighting going on all over the place. It's such a messy push out from everyone. On Kai's desperately trying to get Uber, but Mike's going to take him down on 92%, I think that was. And Publicly have made such a hash of this. They're all around resupply. What can we even do from here? Atomic's all the way behind. Perez is behind. Everyone else is back spawned. War knows Atomic's there though. Atomic's just going to run into lobby instead. He finds Mirelin, surely not!
Drops him! Well, it wasn't a drop so to speak, but my god, he was so close to getting Uber, so absolutely crucial plays coming out by Atomic to get that pick. That's exactly what they needed, and that's going to halt this impeding aggression.
Yeah, that was such a poor push out, but Atomic comes through just when they needed him right now. And we see Mike hiding down main. Anyone going to spot him? Smurf's going to spot him, but Mike's just going to try and walk in and take on Smurf. Smurf just about survived. And they can keep this push out going, but they need to be careful. Rising's hiding in lobby as well. We peeks at the wrong time, and now the game's given away, and Rising's going to have himself out of it.
Absolutely. War picking up a nice little frag onto Perez, but look at this. The plays are being made all day long. So many players actually trying to contest this Spire. They're all in this trash area right now. Killer is also in the back lines. Oh, and Rising actually finishing off Atomic as well. Going to be taking that high ground, trying to make some plays. Smear is also going to fall. So really great plays all around. And now, look at this. Ankaya trapped off by War on a sliver of HP. Oh, just gets the Uber in time. An absolute god. Really impressive plays pressing mouse 2 there. I don't know why I emphasised that so much, but honestly, this is like What's going
He just
on?
climbed Spire and Sword Rising in the back while AMS was still trying to fight everyone at choke. Rising caught with his pants down. Kaya survives, gets a Saw as well, but Mirelin still with this 50% advantage since he survived AMS's aggression. And they've spotted out Atomic trying to flank, and another nice shot from Rising to take him down. Rising smashing both of these scouts right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you were paying attention because I was just like concentrating on the Uber, to be honest, for no apparent reason. But this is looking like a push. They have this Uber advantage and they want to play it fast. Mike going in very deep, trying to get that frag. They do pick him up, so Ankaya's going to be down, losing that 85% Uber. And this is absolutely ridiculous now. If they manage to pull it out of the bag, they're only 2 up, 1 up. Smear versus the world and the cap. It caps so quickly as War just jumps onto it and finishes it up. They finally get the coveted round that they were after. 2-0 now to the side of SUAVE Gaming.
There's still 19 minutes left. It feels like it's been going on for, you know, like not in like a bad way, but it just feels like it's been so back and forth, like so much has happened. But we're still only in the 3rd round, 10 minutes left, 20 minutes left even, 10 minutes gone. Kaya on crits this time and they're rolling out Valley. Smur on balcony, probably going to drop down to shithouse. AMS and Ali both launching it at the same time. Mirelin's going to surf away all the way to his own shithouse. They're trying to make their way up right now, but they're struggling. All the Publiclir players aim defensively at their own shithouse. Not able to get a lot of ground, but winning the frag battle actually, 4v4 right now. Ali and Atomic all over them. It's just AMS and Smur now, the only 2 fragging classes left, and they have to defend this aggression from both Scouts and from Mike, and they've now been separated. Looks like they want to wait for the crits, so they end up getting forced in-house. AMS goes down, the Uber's going to be popped, they can't kill him. Smur's going to try and jump away, super low HP, will be hunted down.
We should
and
have
a really weird middle.
It was very long and very weird, yeah, running crits to mid. None of us really picked up on that, but we should have had like a shithouse counter then for the amount of times shithouse was said during that mid fight. It was quite said quite a few times, but this is gonna prompt the aggression now. SUAVE taking that Spire area. They've got a slight 10% Uber advantage to work with. I don't know if crits are still being ran by their side. No, they're actually running muddy guns, so that's probably the smarter play to do. And now really just waiting for a slip up, waiting for these easy picks to basically play off.
Yeah, we see Perez this time on the Pyro, nice and defensive, but once again we see SUAVE are just in control. Like even when the fights are really messy, SUAVE just always seems to come out on top. And it's paying dividends right now with a 2-0 score line. They pick off Atomic as well, and this is going to set them up beautifully for this Uber advantage push. They're taking their time about it. They actually come through the bottom right door, trying to focus down that sentry.
Oh my god.
Great Highlander combos.
So much work. Perez on the Pyro as well, doing his best to reflect that damage. Mike also trying to make some plays, but look at this. This push has been completely shut down. The Uber has eventually popped in that main area. They're trying to get so many picks. Ams picks up 1, picks up 2, picking up Mike as well. He's on a sliver of HP. War's still on the back lines, trying to make something happen. He may escape with his life, unfortunately. Picks up a pipe as well onto Atomic. I was not expecting that at all. And look, he eventually forced a smear, but what a god gamer, honestly. Picking up a kill in that that scenario, it's just impressive in its own right. But what? And Kaya falls to. Take it away, CX, please.
Rising hiding around the corner, picks it off, and Mirelin picks Smur off the Spire. AMS super weak, surely going to go down as well. smzi going to clean that one up, and just when it looks so good publicly and making that big defense and a bunch of frags, it all gets taken away. Now Atomic's hiding again in lobby, trying to repeat his play from earlier. He will get shut down. And we see smzi taking up a lobby. Mike wants to take this non-Ubers just straight in. He just wants to walk in. smzi's going in top right. Mike's in top right. Soldiers in by both AMS and Ali all over me.
Oh my god.
SUAVE combo. Somehow none of them die and
How
cleans
does
up
Mirelin
both of them.
survive? What in God's name? That is just ridiculous how he didn't die then. And Kaya's just literally says, right, if you're not going to kill him, I'm going to try and finish him off in myself, as he just runs into his death. So the point's eventually cleared, the Uber is popped, and this should be 3-0. Indeed it is. SUAVE game it. SUAVE gaming, I should say. Take it is the word I wanted to use then. My goodness. They have really just been playing all out. Mike has been playing like an absolute god once again. Definitely expecting some, at least like 400 damage per minute on this game at least.
Yeah, absolutely commanding play from all of them. Like that pushing bottom right just shouldn't have worked. Like just 2 people walking in, 1 soldier, 1 medic, and just avoiding the 2 soldiers. Set up a frag for smzi. And now we go into this next mid. Both teams just taking their own side. AMS going to try and get ahead of Mirelin, but Mirelin takes no damage. smzi's going to clean up a scout frag and just isolating the players on Publiclir right now. Both scouts to go down, and they're going to have to back out. And I think it is crits again, but SUAVE already pushing around behind them. Both Rising and Mike going to bomb on Kaya right now. Wars jumped as well, the crits comes out. They clean up everything, actually. They lose on Kai, but they're getting so many frags. Mirelin's behind AMS. He's going to get focused down by scouts. Atomic and Perez have respawned, but I'm not sure what they can do from here, as Kyler's already all the way on top that point.
Honestly, very surprising on Kaya survived for even that long, and in a way, quite good for them because they managed to pick up the two kills with those crits, that crit screen in the end. So his death wasn't in vain, so to speak. Excellent plays by SUAVE with the wraparound. They really took him off guard there. And once again, we are in a very common scenario that we've been seeing this game. SUAVE really just holding them in that chokehold. I've already made one Richard Lewis joke this cast, so I'm not going to make another one, even though I kind of just did. But yeah, 100% Uber. Let's see which way they decide to push this CommanderX.
Yeah, looks like we're just hanging around this bottom right again. We're going to Uber in both soldiers. But there's a level 2 sentry. They're going behind the point. The engineer's not going to be there in time to save it. Amateur engineer play coming in. But they've really not got too many frags off it. They've taken over top right, but I'm not sure what they can do with it from here. Atomic's pushing to top lobby behind them. Mirelin's trying to take a 1v1 with Perez on the floor. They're cleaning up everyone right now. And smzi is just cleaning a load of people up. And we see just smzi all the way back in house, Kyler on point, and War hiding in trash.
Look at this now. What a player. Oh my goodness. smzi picks up on Kaya. What a sniper pick. It was a body shot, but who cares? It was impressive. And he picks up Perez as well. Oh god. I knew this man was decent on sniper, and he finishes up Ams with the body shot as well as he tries to force him down. So that is a free K for smzi as he just completely cleans up the opposition, just showing how strong it is on that second hold. Atomic trying to take that 1v1 with Killer, or Kylo I should say, as I have been getting his name wrong this entire cast. I apologise, Kylo, if you rewatch this. Mike also picking up Ali as well. And what's this? This push, this Uber, this dry push. They do have this massive Uber. Mike eventually falling to Ams in the end. Basically, Rising still in as well in the backlines. I don't really know what's going on. They're just really overextending a little bit far too much. They have this massive Uber to work with. Mirelin in this lower main area is going to fall eventually to Ams. They're just getting caught off guard. The taunt coming out.
Two players bottom left though. They're just running to last.
Oh
Last
my
is
god.
open. Ali's there, a scout's there. Is it too much? No, they're able to hold it. Really weird push from SUAVE, like they were trying to play for that back. But finally, Publiclir able to defend last and push out into CP2. Big Uber advantage for them as well, and a 3-man player advantage. Surely they can take this into middle now. Just need to avoid any sticky traps.
Absolutely, and they are going to take it indeed. Oh, okay, WARHURYEAH picks up my smear, but all is not lost. They're still getting in this aggression. They still have this Uber to work with, well, not just yet. 2% off, and they will have it, and they're going to Uber straight in. A bit of a poor Uber, if I must say so myself, as they are getting kited to days by SUAVE, trying to make plays happen. Ali jumping up onto that high ground, but he's been absolutely denied, and they're just getting ruined and torn apart from the sides. Ams actually picking up, well, I should say Rising picking up that frag onto Ams. A lot of frags coming out, 3 down now on the side of Publiclir, and now this is literally tearing them to pieces. Big pipes, nice air shot by Mike as well, picking up on Kaya. I think it might have been against the wall, but I'm not too certain. I'm still hyped up over it. They are literally carrying this momentum all the way into second.
Wow, Publiclir tried so hard to make that Uber push work with Ali and AMS, and neither of them got anything done, and they got punished so hard. And now War's just standing at the spawn door, just catches both rockets at the same time. Mirelin popped. SUAVE have been forced in the most ridiculous of situations, completely waste their Uber, and will now finally start capping CP2.
That's a bit questionable, but just gives NA TF2 more ammunition against EU TF2, so I'm not happy, guys. Come on, step it up. But we all know we're the superior continent, so come on. Looking at this, Publiclir really... they've got a slight advantage now of 20%. We'll see if they can make anything happen. They are getting spammed out in this trash area. And smzi really doing his work, doing absolute bits and pieces on that Spyro, really forcing them off from taking it. 2 picks on there. Ali does fall. Perez also picking up a frag onto Mike, and smzi falls at the same time. So they are really caught out in this choke position. War putting in so much damage with his stickies. They can still play this if they want to. He takes the aggression to them. Big jumping by him. Unfortunately, does not pay off as he does fall eventually to the side of Samir. And this is looking very nice for the side of Publiclir. Very well salvaged.
Yeah, we have a chance to go into mid here, but Mirelin will have Uber in time. Mike's Rising even going to be the one to take that one in. on Kai needs to connect with AMS. Now both soldiers trying to do damage. Smur's been isolated completely. Kyler's gone deep behind as well, going to kill off Perez. Such a messy fight. Kaya surfs away. Mike doesn't quite finish him off, but smzi's there for the cleanup. Shotgun out from AMS, but Ali's going to get the kill. Kaya will go down. That airshot was so close, but get the kill anyway. And now War might be stuck out on middle. Atomic is desperate for this frag, chasing all the way back into house. He will get out of his life though. Both medics go down in that one.
Yeah, really, really impressive plays all around. What the hell? Kyler actually going onto the point. Smear actually does manage to pick him up, but unfortunately did trade. And War is so weak. Trying to play this aggression, they really do not want to give this up. And that Mike! Oh my gosh, what a shot by him. He's been turning up consistently throughout this entire game. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Atomic's going to fall on a flank as well to smzi. And this is 3 down now to Publiclir. They've been completely torn apart. And they are going to be taking this midpoint. Big bomb coming in once again by Rising. He's going to be basing out that as Mike tries to go in for the frags. Ams is as well, being literally a lot of damage being spawned. Wars wants to join him as well, picking up a nice and dirty pipe onto the side of Ams. Perez also picking up Mike in the end, so it's 1-for-1 trade. But I think they're going to get this spy area in the end, CommanderX.
Yeah, Publiclir are still hanging around probably a little bit longer than they should do, but eventually are forced back off. 10 minutes left, 3-0 down still, and Publiclir need to get something going. Perez gets 1 with Kyler, and now Ali's behind. He's put a lot of damage onto people, but they can't find the frag. Smur's behind as well. Go in for the cap. Players are just everywhere right now. Mike's going to kill up Smur. Yeah. Mirilin's running all the way to last.
All the way to... No, wait. There. Do not... No, don't tell me. He picks the frag. Not even a frag. What am I talking about? It's a cap. It's... Speechless is the word I would use to describe myself now. Speechless. I cannot believe he got that.
What a mess. And Mirelin just strolls to last, just walking through the chaos. Puts it to 4-0 with 8 minutes left, and it's going to take a huge effort from Publiclir to come back off. They need to win this mid, and they need to take it to last afterwards.
Absolutely, this mid-fight is just really kicking off full speed ahead. Ali with the big bomb behind. Kyler picks up that one frag, but they're quite weak now as Ams has fallen extremely low. Picking up another frag. Atomic picking up as Rising, I believe that was, but the damage is definitely there as they've just got 5 picks now. smzi absolutely going absolutely massive, finishing up so many players. A huge momentum swing. I say momentum swing, they've had this momentum all day long, but smzi really bringing the momentum to that mid-fight. He completely demolished them.
Yeah, I think that was 2 for Kyler, 4 for smzi. Complete cleanup right now. They're going to get Spire, and I imagine they're going to be rolling this straight through to last. We see an engineer and a sniper, but it might be too little too late. 4-0, they want to take it to the win limit right now. In comes the Uber through top left. Perez doing his best to deny it, but he's going to get focused down. The level 2 sentry's still up. War's coming in, gonna spam it down.
So much work. War picks up 1, as well. This could still be doable for Publiclir if they play this correctly. A lot of spam. Atomic picks up that 1 frag onto War, but is it gonna be enough? They're still trading these frags as Rising. He's on a sliver of HP, eventually falling to Ali with a juicy little shot onto him. It's basically 2 men against the world now. They need to defend this last. Smears forced back into the spawn. Just Kyler onto the point. They've got Mike as well. Literally a great surf by Kaya, but I don't think this is gonna be enough. Smear, the last man standing. GG is called, and that is gonna be the cap. 5-0 to the side of SUAVE. Such a dominant showing. They take it in 2 maps. We're not going to see process today, boys and girls. But my God, what a game of TF2.
Yeah, absolutely convincing as well. Like they just once they got going, they never stopped.
I really want to see SUAVE take this roster like to either Dreamhack if they aren't playing 2 already, or to at least play in season 24, because this is like. This quality of gameplay they're putting out is really impressive, and I'm really enjoying it. And I imagine everybody else is as well. So hopefully we do see them playing a few more games. But that basically concludes it. That's 2 maps. Ridiculous showing by SUAVE, completely dominating them. Yeah, we are going to be having logs as well, I believe, to talk about. But 5-0. Do we have logs? We do have logs, don't we? Okay, we are going to have logs momentarily, but the site is lagging a little bit. Once again, stick around. We are going to be having some interviews as well, and I hope you're good at them, Commando, because I'm terrible at interviews. So I'm expecting you to carry me.
Don't hide too hard. Have we got logs? Are we good, David? Nice. Have we got them on stream? Sweet. So yeah, dominant showing as you would expect on the 5-0, you know, big logs. Once again, smzi dropping 27 frags, same as last map. This guy's been pretty much top fragging all night. 27-9 is a ridiculous KD. Kyler with 21-10 as well, really dominant. And Mike with a 400 DPM. What else would you expect, really?
Well, I did call it. I said, you know, this is going to be a 400 DPM, and he got it just by 2 damage, I guess. So, you know, can predict the future.
Yeah, there's not really too much to say on these. Like, you know, a 5-0, convincing win all round. No one from Publiclir really was really able to just stop the SUAVE flow, you know?
Absolutely. Really dominant showing. There's not more to really speak about with these logs because they really have just taken them, and I've used this word about 4 or 5 times now, but it's completely true. To pound town is the correct saying, you know?
For free of a night. Really
destroying them. Another big shout out to all the guys watching as well. We did hit 1K viewers, so big thank you to everyone who's checking us out. As I said, don't go anywhere. We're going to have a few interviews on the way. Yeah, absolutely. Going to be getting a few of the top players.
Yeah, I'll move. David's on it. Hello, SUAVE. You guys here?
What's up?
Right.
Hi, congrats. So, that looked kind of easy for you in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of was.
The true final.
Yeah, is that what you expected going into the tournament? Like signing up, or?
Yeah.
Well, we expected to win it, but I think the final could have been closer.
Yeah, let's be honest though, right? If we were playing in the seasons, these teams would be in high, not prem.
Whoa.
Come on, like, let's be real. The only reason why these guys are in prem is because loads of people have left.
The real question is, though, like,
Real
so
talk.
you've won this, so you've won the €1,000. Are you actually going to come to Dreamhack? Are you going to accept the invite?
I know Kyla is definitely up for it. I don't think anybody else is up for it yet, but I might do some magic talking.
I'm going to Dreamhack.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Like for reals, not just off the back of this, but actually going to go turn up.
Yeah, we're gonna create a team mega combo, Mike and me.
That's all we need, really. The other 4 doesn't matter.
Oh, rude.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
we'll take Sam because he's
Yeah.
and maybe
Tamsi carried
Kyler.
as well.
Well, Kyler's going to be there anyway. It'd be rude not to let him play if you've turned up. But yeah, no, it seemed convincing all round. Like, I guess this, I don't know, without being too harsh to the other teams, this wasn't exactly the best of the best signing up. But looked comfortable throughout. Don't know what else to say, really.
Yeah, I don't know if Nerd Rage or Perilous are going to play, but...
Well, Perilous have already qualified off the first tournament, so they have no need. Well, they're not allowed to enter the other tournaments.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think Nerd Rage... I think Nerd Rage might be going, but they're not playing this week, so...
Yeah. A quick question for you guys. Forming SUAVE, obviously, for Dreamhack. Have you done much scrimming beforehand? I imagine you would have.
Yeah, we're literally... Yeah, sorry about that. Like, we didn't scrim. Like, War told me this afternoon that he won't make it for the first map, so we had to get his in, and that was, like, honestly the first time we actually played together against, what was it, Uncomfortably Spanked or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, I played a couple of pickups.
Yeah, I saw Kyler playing pickups. That's all you need.
I played a couple of pug champs.
Like, we've all
So you
played
need-
together before, so you just need to get your aim and your movement going somehow in, like, pucks or DM or something, and then
Yeah. I mean,
things
it
just come
felt,
naturally.
it felt exactly the same as, like, last time I played with Mirelin. It was just really easy.
Yeah, it's pretty much more or less the same as the old SUAVE lineup anyway, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah,
it's like...
the competition
it's
isn't as
not
good
so
though.
much, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add. It was pretty comfortable. You got €1,000, you got an invite. All you got to do now is turn up.
Yeah.
Nice input. Yeah, there's not really much more to add, to be honest. Watching a very convincing game like that is, you know, it's hard pressed to find the questions and whatnot. But you know, hopefully we do see you guys at DreamHack, because that'll be, you know, really quite interesting to see such a dominant lineup really turning up and hopefully destroying. Well, if an NA team chooses to turn up, I don't think they are they? They're a bit
There's
scared
no
of.
way we're gonna beat an NA team though.
We're not worth
Especially-
their time. Let's be honest. I mean, you know, like, it's at the end of the day, it's you know, it's just penny change. I mean, Banny could earn all of that from just streaming and winning Dreamhack, so there's no point.
Yeah. I mean,
why didn't
does
they
anybody
sign up
know
today?
anybody know the reason? Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Why didn't they sign up? Are they just scared they're going to get beat by a high mix team again? Or
Shots?
No, they
Who
didn't
knows?
want
Who
to
knows?
kill the scene.
Of course. Yeah,
we're
of course,
already
of course.
beaten down after his rant and everything. We're all a bit, shaken and stuff, and a bit suffering from PTSD. Any
A bit
more,
delicate.
then we'll be just collapsing from the inside.
I don't know, it's a bit like, even if they did win, like €1,000 isn't exactly going to fund any of them to get across anyway.
Yeah, they just do a fundraise again, Banny will just say how terrible everybody is, and then people just give him money, and we'll do the same.
I would donate to Benny. I think he's a great guy.
Yeah, so do I.
Right, I'm going to stop this now before it turns into another fucking 500.
Somebody make a
500 post
TV
forum
thread. Make a thread.
Hey guys, I want to make a joke. Come on.
Yay.
Okay, for old time's sake.
Okay. What's the difference between our team and other teams?
You dominate them?
No.
I don't know. What is the difference between your team and other teams?
Well, obviously we have the mic.
Fuck.
Okay,
Come
bye-bye.
on. You're supposed to laugh now.
Yeah, I would have gone with we're actually good, but you took it a different direction.
It's too late now. You don't get it. Like, there's no,
Yeah.
there's
No,
no
I'm just
second
giving him
takes. We're
advice.
live.
I'm just giving him advice for like another one in the future.
All right then, I'm gonna wrap this up. So let's do shout outs then quickly before we go. Just jump in if you want them.
Shout out to Medred Coffin Stuffer, my fiance, my cat, WARHURYEAH.gg, and that's it.
No one else? Good.
Me.
Okay, quick.
Okay, shout out to all my friends. To all my friends, I love all of you because you've been a great support for me. You are my spirit, you are my passion. All the time when I play, it's not just me playing, it's thousands of people sitting behind my back and supporting me and my team. I'm really, it's very wonderful that you support me, guys. I love all of you. GG.
I want to add to that. It was actually sick that so many people messaged me on Steam and like wishing us good luck for the cup and stuff. Be nice to see people like caring.
Oh, what a nice note to end on. So, thanks to everyone who competed in this tournament. Thanks to everyone who
Hold on.
watched.
I want to shout out. I want to shout out.
Lego doing in Bren?
Shout out to, I have to give this out because they've asked me for it, but Psykaz, Pajero, and Hempus, I believe, as well. And also, follow me on Twitter at BrenCast if you want to hear me dribble on the mic some more. So yeah, you can send us off now, CommanderX. I'll give you permission.
Wait. Shout out to Bob,
my God,
it was really fun to play with them all again. It's just a small shout out, okay? You can end now.
Thanks, Mike. So thanks to everyone who watched, all the teams who competed. Obviously, there's still going to be 2 more cups, still 2 more invites, and 2 more lots of €1,000 to compete for. So stay tuned to tftv.com. There'll be more news about that.
Can we take part in those as well?
No, you only get you got your invite. You've won. You're already there. You got to go
but
to
can we play
Dreamhack
the
itself to
tournaments?
win more. You can't play the tournaments.
Oh,
Just once more. You only got 1 shot.
okay.
So yeah, thanks for everyone who watched, and yeah, keep an eye out. There'll be more tournaments, more cups coming to qualify. Still 2 places left. Take us away, David.